Aloha, and welcome to Ukulele FPV. Today we're going to be building a low-profile tiny whoop that is compatible with the Turnigy Evolution. The components that we are using for this is the FPFS Racing F3 brushed flight controller, the Flysky A8S receiver. This is for the F36 frame, a 700 TVL camera, the VTX 01 from Eishin. Here's the F36 Canopy. The motors that are installed in there are the Bolt Clash 18,000 kV motor. And for the props, we're going to use these King Kong tri-blades. All the links will be in the description, and just a heads up, they are affiliate links so that I can continue to make reviews and builds like this. First of all, you can see here with the frame, I've added on a little propeller that I've glued on here. This is to mount this camera right here. We've also gotten the motors already set up. This is the clockwise motor with the blue and the red, counterclockwise with the black and the white, and they're all set up accordingly. Then I've already desoldered, let's move that cap out of the way, desoldered the little microphone here. You can see it sitting here, and the white wire, because we don't need that. And then I've soldered the ground, and power, and then the information that's sent, video in. And this is what will be sent through the receiver. We just need to put this red and black wire onto the ground and the 5 volts on the flight controller. And then I've also cut this part out so that we can stick the antenna through when we mount it. So let's start by mounting the flight controller to the frame. Now that the flight controller is mounted, we need to add on our motors to it, and it goes in order like this: positive, negative, positive, negative. Positive is the red and the white, negative is the blue and the black, and that goes all the way around. So positive, negative, positive, negative. We gotta solder those on. Alright, so we pre-tinned the wires and the flight controller so that we can easily solder those on. Now that we've got all our motors soldered on and ready to go, we need to solder on our VTX. We have a ground wire and a 5 volt wire that we need to power the VTX, which are right here. Ground is this bottom one, and then 5 volts is that top one. So we will do that. That is all settled in. That will just go down like this, mounted on some foam tape. And we need to add the receiver. The receiver that we're using, the A8S, I have modified one already. What I have done is I have measured the antenna length on the Turnigy IA6C, which is the length of the receiver that came with the Turnigy Evolution. And what I have done here is I have taken off this little connector, and I will get a picture and place it up here. But this little wire I have to solder on the ground. This is for the I bus and S bus, and then this little piece with that little round is for the 5 volt pin, which is what we need to solder on next. Oh, but first I'm going to heat shrink it. The receiver I have already bound to the Turnigy Evolution, so all I need to do now is solder on the pieces and it's good to go. And for this one, we soldered on, I'll put a picture. So as you can see on this picture, you have to put the ground wire here. This is where the 5 volt is, and this S bus goes into TX2 port, I believe it is. I will correct that if I am wrong. Now that we have all of that hooked up, we need to mount it all with some foam tape. Lastly, we add on our canopy to see if it all fits in there nicely. Now we just need to add our props. Here we have our clockwise propellers. They have to go on the clockwise motors. And here are counterclockwise motors. They go on these ones. Front right, back left. And there you have it.